This is David B69. Welcome to today's video. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Let's get on to the show.
Hey everybody, this is David B69 and I have another fantastic episode for you today. It's going to be a small little episode because we are going to discuss my Sega Dreamcast collection. My Dreamcast collection, in comparison to all the other collections, is very minuscule. Why is it so minuscule? Did I not enjoy having my Sega Dreamcast? I enjoyed it a lot, but here's my thing. I have a very unpopular opinion of the Sega Dreamcast. I wasn't a fan of its controller. I wasn't a huge fan. It's like I like some of the innovations, like you play the football and everything and you have the play zone thing. What I didn't like is it didn't have EA games on it. It didn't have the sport games that I grew to know and love. And it kind of like really irritated me to my inner core. And it basically like kind of was driving me away from the Dreamcast. So what I have here are the games that I actually do love and adore that are on the Dreamcast that I actually played and actually enjoyed back when I got the Dreamcast. I do not have any Dreamcast games that it's like I think I've tried all these games. These are the games that I like. There's no other filler games that I'm trying to collect for on the Dreamcast. I'm actually done and set on the Dreamcast. I don't think there's anything on the Dreamcast that I could want that is out there. I mean, I could be wrong. If I am wrong, people comment below. I do appreciate the interaction and the conversations that we have. It is always wanted that I want to hear from you. The people that are watching my videos say I'm a moron, say, hey, I completely agree with you. I'm okay with all of it. Just have a conversation. Keep open and honest communications going. I'm cool. It all works for me. Plus, month and a half, Siege. You gonna be there? I'm gonna be there. Now, you're not gonna see me on any kind of advertising and everything like that I'm going to Siege, because you know what? I'm paying my own way to go to Siege. These people are getting like, it's like some content creators are getting free rides to go to Siege. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to me that some people are getting free rides to go to things, but you know, I guess it's bringing other people in, which really I don't care. I mean, it's like there's a few content creators and stuff that I know that are being invited to come that I'm actually really excited to see. I've never met them before, like Gabbo. I'm like really excited to meet Gabbo. I think Gabbo is awesome. I just think it's like really cool. There are some other people and everything that are on the list and stuff and everything. I mean, there's some that I don't care for too much, but I'm not going to talk negatively. I really just do not want to spread negativity. So I am just going to move on and we're going to go to my Dreamcast list and we're going to discuss that. After the Dreamcast list, what I was thinking of doing is, since we've done every single other console, every single other system, there's only one way to go. We have PlayStation stuff left after this today. Now, the question I have is, do I go PlayStation 1 through to 4? Do I go 4 down to 1? What do I do? Well, 5 down to 1, technically, or 1 to 5. What do you want to see? Do you want from 5 to 1? Do you want 1 to 5? Is there some other order that I should go with? I will, and there's like also a thing where do you want me to go from the console that I have the least amount of games for to the console that I have the most amount of games for? Just throwing that out there. I'm not throwing another one of these videos out for probably until the following week. So you have a little bit of time to think about it over before I start recording these guys. Probably not going to start recording these guys until next Sunday, because every single one of the videos that I make, except for probably the PlayStation 5, will be a multi-episode thing. So it's just going to take a lot of time to sit down and record and show all that. So there's a lot that's going to go into that. So plus I have games that are arriving and stuff this weekend, so I can show off them. So we're just basically going to hold off on that until next week. So anyways, let's get started with the Sega Dreamcast. Like I said, leave a comment below what your favorite Dreamcast game is and what your favorite Dreamcast game is of my collection that I have. First off, we have Crazy Taxi 2. Crazy Taxi 2 was a really, really fun game. I actually never played Crazy Taxi 2 until years later. What happened was I had Crazy Taxi, bought that for the original console when I originally got it, and I basically had it, played it, and then I was like, there's nothing else coming here. There's only the sport games that I like, and there's just nothing else coming. And I was like, oh my goodness, there's just nothing. And then there was announcements that the system was dying, and I'm like, I got myself a PlayStation 2 already, and I just up and sold everything back then because I was so frustrated and mad at how Dreamcast just basically betrayed me by not having EA Sport games in there. So that is what that was. Got NFL 2K1. And this is what made me furious, is Sega said that we only wanted our publisher, but they did bend over and say, yeah, claim you can have your NFL quarterback club and you can put that on our console. Now apparently this, okay. They say this is sealed, but yeah, it has the, okay, we're opening this. I don't believe this is a real seal. So I am opening this live on camera. So what was a new sealed game is no longer a new sealed game of NFL Quarterback 2000. Let's take a look. And the manual is fantastic and in new condition. And disc is looking good. Yeah. This is spotty, fresh, and brand new. So it was a new sealed game. It is no longer a new and sealed game. I opened it up. But I have no regrets because I'm going to wind up playing that game later. Because I really wanted to play it anyway. So that's what happens. You have a game that's sealed and you want to play it, then you open it up. Here is NFL 2K2. It just happened, that game happened to wait like 20 years before getting opened up. Yeah, NFL 2K2 was excellent. It was also available on the Xbox, on the PS2, so, and on the GameCube. So it was available on other consoles to play besides Dreamcast at that time. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. Here is NBA Tonight. Yeah, the ESPN series was like decent. It was made by Konami. it was definitely a cool game. Here's NHL 2K. Now the crazy part is the NHL 2K series didn't live extremely long, but it did have a great following. There was a lot of people that really sunk a lot of time into that series, and it was just not enough fans to grasp in that wanted to play, so it died. Here is NBA 2K. I don't know what I like more, this game or the Iverson with the old school uni. Here is the one that started it all for me, Crazy Taxi. Here is Test Drive V Rally. Here is NCAA 2K2. It's interesting. It says it's Jump Pack compatible. I don't remember exactly what Jump Pack was. Here is NFL Blitz 2000. On a lot of the Sega things, the way they can basically grab an arcade game and bring it to a console, they were like really good at it. I mean, it was pretty much what you were playing in the arcade, you were going to play right on your console, which was really cool. Here's Coaster Works. I believe I got this. It was on one of the monthly services. Now this was an expensive little bugger. NHL 2K2. This thing keeps on rising in price. I don't know if it was just they didn't make as many of those or what the situation was. Here's NFL 2K. The great part is the 2K and the 2K1s were only available on Dreamcast. You couldn't get them on any other system. Here is 2K1, NBA 2K1. And it's really cool having Iverson on it because the Sixers never really had much coverage with that. And it was like, that was the best Sixer era. And here is NBA 2K2. It was like really cool back then just to have the focus on us. And they even had New York Record Park, the Cage, and Oakland's Mosswood Park, which was stuff that was available like in games today, but back in the day, it was kind of like a new feature, and it was like really cool. Here's the best baseball game on the Dreamcast, World Series Baseball 2K2. Which was like a tremendous upgrade, especially when you were going from Saturn to this. Personally, I enjoy the Saturn ones a lot. Yeah, I haven't even played any of these old ones on the Dreamcast in a while. And the last one I have is World Series Baseball 2K1. Now, the one game that I am looking for, I mean, I do have the Sonic Adventure games. I have them available to play on like my 360 or even on the Xbox, regular Xbox and stuff. The Xbox Series S. Is I have the digital versions of Sonic Adventures. And I have some Sonic Adventures on GameCube as well. But I am looking for it on Dreamcast at a cheaper price. Just don't want to pay the top dollar one. And I'm also looking for I think there's a version of Star Wars Racer that's on Dreamcast that I'm looking for. So there is a few things that I'm looking for Dreamcast. I'm just not looking at getting the whole collection, so I'm not too worried about it. But like I said at the beginning of this episode, I am looking at doing the PlayStation series next. So let me know what order you would think that you prefer. And I'll basically, if there's an overwhelming thing saying go 1 to 5, I'll do that. I'll go 1 to 5. But if it's not overwhelming and there's kind of like a mishmash, I might just do my own thing. I might just say, well, this is the least amount, and this is the most amount, and we'll just make a run from there. I haven't made a decision yet. I don't know. It personally doesn't matter to me because I'm just enjoying going through all these games and basically showing them to you all. So I hope you're all enjoying it because I am enjoying showing. So until next time, this is David B69. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out.